If you're currently in drop and you're thinking about leaving early because of everything going on, including teachers or people who work at schools, or maybe you just don't want to go back in or you don't feel comfortable and you want to retire, um, here are two tips that you need to know before you do that. Number one, the difference in your drop amount may not be as big as you think. And when I tell people that, they kind of look at me funny and they go, Don, you don't know what you're talking about. I have a printout and it shows me every month if I stay how much I will receive. Well, what most people don't realize is if you have that printout, your 60-month printout of if you stay, how much you're going to stay and drop, right? And we have clients who, and when they have a really bad day, they pull it out and they say, oh, if I just stay 3 more months or 3 more years. But what most people don't realize is your drop amount is actually your pension amount. So when you're seeing those increases, most of that amount is coming to you anyway. You are going to receive most of that amount. The only thing that you're going to miss out on is the 1.3% interest rate, number one. And number two is the money you work for, your salary, but you are working for that. So if you're staying because you're worried that you're losing $100,000 in drop, well, just know that you might not be losing 100,000. You might only be losing $3,000 or $4,000 in drop because of the interest. So the question is, do you want to stay? And if you're not sure what that is, you can, if you want to schedule an appointment below, just click there and we can actually sit down and show you exactly how much you're leaving on the table. And it's almost always less than what you think it is. Number two, you might be making more income retired than you are working. And I know you're saying, Don, that's crazy. Right now I'm working, I'm getting a salary, everything else. Well, we have worked with FRS employees for the last 13 years. And what we have found is if you have 30 years of service and Social Security, your income is usually very close and sometimes greater when you retire. Because right now, you have a lot of things coming out of your paycheck that you don't realize. You have FICA tax coming out. You might be contributing to a 403B or a 457. You might have other deductions that you won't have when you retire. So my recommendation is if you're thinking about retiring early, I'm not telling you that you definitely can, but what I can say is that most of the time when we sit down with somebody, it turns out that they can actually retire. So please, if you're thinking about it, we work all throughout the state. We can work with you either virtually or in person. So go ahead and click the appointment below and we can meet and discuss whether or not retiring early will really hurt you or whether or not you can go ahead and retire and feel comfortable and live the life you want to live.